Hi everyone! In today's video, I'm just going to be going through my 2019 A-Level Psychology predictions, and this is for the Eating Behaviour section of Paper 3. Of course, as I've said within all of my other videos, please do make sure that you still revise everything because absolutely anything could come up. On screen here, I've just created a list of the topics that I've already covered in separate videos. If you go onto my channel, you should be able to find these videos on there. So first of all, what was in the 2018 paper for this section? You had a small answer question on the psychological explanation for obesity, and there was also your 16-mark question on the biological explanation for anorexia nervosa. There were also a number of research method questions within this section as well. So, what do I think could come up in the 2019 paper for this section? First, you have the psychological explanations for anorexia nervosa, including the family systems theory, the social learning theory, and the cognitive theory. The family systems theory focuses on the relationship between daughter and mother. There are 4 stages to this theory. Firstly, you have enmeshment, which looks at how families become over-involved in each other's lives, to the point where their self-identities are all interlinked with one another. The next stage is overprotectiveness. This leads to a lack of independence due to the overarching nurturing role of the rest of the family. The next element is rigidity. This relates to the inflexibility of the rest of the family with regards to altering the way they interact with each other. Finally, you have conflict avoidance, which can lead to further problems due to the lack of conversation about any problems within the family. You also have the social learning theory, which, of course, involves the key processes of modelling and vicarious reinforcement. The role of the media is also an important element here. There are also some key studies that go alongside the role of the social learning theory in anorexia, such as that by Dittmar. You then also have the cognitive theory, which, of the 3, is the one I think is most likely. This includes the idea of cognitive distortions. Research has shown that patients with anorexia constantly overestimate their weight and body size, which is clearly a key cognitive distortion. You also have the idea of irrational beliefs here. A key irrational belief is perfectionism, which is the view that the individual always has to meet their unusually high expectations for themselves. Finally, you have the idea of cognitive inflexibility, which is the fact that individuals with anorexia find it difficult to switch from one task to another, which requires a different set of cognitive skills. Next, you have the biological explanations for obesity, with both genetic and neural explanations. The genetic explanation looks at both how far obesity runs in families and then also polygenic determination, whereby a study conducted by Locke found a total of 97 genes that are associated with variations in BMI. You also have the neural explanations for obesity. These explanations look at the role of neurotransmitters, such as serotonin and dopamine. You also have the explanation for the success and failure of dieting. This includes the spiral model, the ironic process theory, and the restraint, disinhibition, and the boundary model. I've also put here about the role of learning within food preferences. This includes classical and operant conditioning. Here, you also need to know about the key social influences, including family influences, peer influences, and media influences, as well as the different cultural influences. Within cultural influences, it would be beneficial to know about the different cultural norms, as well as the different meat-eating practices within countries, and also how culture and learning relate. And finally, I've just put here about the role of neural and hormonal mechanisms involved in the control of eating behaviour. You need to know about the role of the hypothalamus, the role of the hormone ghrelin, which is secreted by the stomach, and then also the role of leptin, which is produced by fat cells. And again, as with all of my other topic 3 videos, I've just included here about the possibility of a comparison question coming up. So just make sure you are prepared for this. We've also seen research methods appear here a lot in the past, so just make sure you are up to date on your research methods revision. which hopefully you should be after the research methods section in paper 2. And then again, I just want to reiterate the need to make sure you do revise everything, because of course we do always see overlap in the questions between years. Just because something was a 16 marker last year or the year before, or even within the specimen papers, doesn't mean that it won't come up again, as AQA do like to repeat material to make sure that they do cover everything. And so, with all of that being said, I just want to say huge good luck to all of you. This is your last paper, so make sure once this is done, you relax and watch as much Netflix as you possibly can.